Is it recording? Are we live? Yo, what's up everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Tony here. So on today's video, I'll be giving out 8 safety tips for road users. You know, it's less than 2 weeks to Xmas, which is 25th December. And there will be a lot of movement in the eastern part of Nigeria, from the western part of Nigeria, from the southern part of Nigeria, back to wherever people will be celebrating their Christmas with their loved ones. Okay, and 80% of Nigerians are going to be traveling by road. Okay, barely 20% are what is using flight. So, but majority of Nigerians that will be traveling this Xmas period will be using transportation. So, these 8 safety tips for road users will be very, very useful for you watching this video and for your loved ones. So, if you are new here, all I want you to do is kindly hit that subscribe button right there and also the bell notification icon to get notifications whenever I publish a new video. So without wasting much of your time, let's get to the video. Back. So as I said before, it's barely 2 weeks to Xmas period, and this particular season of the year there will be a lot of road movement, most especially from people living in the eastern part of Nigeria that are from the north. They will be going back to celebrate Christmas with their families, and those that are from the eastern part of Nigeria that resides in the northern part will be going from northern part to the eastern part to celebrate Christmas with their loved one. And also those that are from the southern part of Nigeria, resides in the eastern part or the northern part of Nigeria, will be going back to the southern part of Nigeria to celebrate Christmas with their loved ones. And most of this movement, 80% of Nigerians go by road. Barely 20% could comfortably afford flights. So that's out of the box. These safety tips is mostly for road users. Okay, it's going to be very, very vital for the road users. So let's get to it. Number one of the safety tips for road users this Xmas period is get your vehicles checked. Get your vehicles checked. So for those of you that will be traveling down with your loved ones or your family down to your village for the Christmas season, the first thing you should do, even before you start thinking of moving as early as 6 o'clock down to wherever you're going to, is to get your vehicles checked. If possible, if you can afford a mechanic to come over to your house to check so many things in your vehicle, like if the brakes are working, if the oil gauge is working, if the wheels are okay, if the tires are in good condition, and so many different checks that you need to do down on the road while traveling. If you can afford a mechanic, you can call a mechanic down to your house or even drive your car down to the mechanic shop to get your vehicle checked. What are you checking for? You are checking if the headlamps are working, in case you don't arrive early that you need the headlamps on for you to drive. Check if your brakes are working. If you're on the road and something happens to your brake, I don't know what will be your fate. So check if your brakes are working. Check the oil gauge. Check if the tires are in good conditions. So these are the necessary checks that you have to put in place first, that you need to check before you even think of going on the road for that trip. Okay, so part 2, ensure that your custom duty is fully paid on the vehicle. Okay, so unless you are driving a Nigerian made vehicle, which only few Nigerian drives, like the Innocent brand. But so far as you are driving a vehicle that is bought outside of Nigeria, endeavor to make sure that your dealer, the person that purchased that vehicle for you, have the custom duty fully paid. There's what you call custom duty on every vehicle that you bring into Nigeria from whatever country you're coming from, even Cotonou here. So make sure that document is part of the document that you'll be giving when you are purchasing a car. So make sure that the car that you are moving down to, wherever you are going to the east, to the north, or any part of Nigeria that you are traveling to for Christmas, that part of the document you have is a fully paid custom duty. Why I'm saying this is that definitely if you are moving across any part of Nigeria, at a particular point in time, you will come across the customs authority, and I don't think you will like such delay if your journey is cut short and you are stopped on the way going to your place for Xmas, or because you don't have the document of your fully paid custom duty. I mean, it's very embarrassing, and that of your occupants, which are most especially your family. So I won't want that for you, and I don't wish that on anybody. So to avoid this kind of scenario of you being held up by the custom authorities a day or even more than that, make sure you have the document, your fully custom duty paid document with you when you are traveling for Xmas. Make sure you have the current vehicle registration numbers and documents intact. So what do I mean by this? Each vehicle has what we call chassis number, which you can easily find on the engine. So make sure that the document that you have, the registration document for that vehicle, that the number on that vehicle engine, most especially in the engine, matches with the registration vehicle document that you have. You mostly get this at the road safety office when you are registering the vehicle. Okay, so make sure that number matches with what you have on that document and what you have on the engine. That's the chassis number. So don't ever like maybe assume, oh, it's the same now, let me just keep on moving. You never can tell. So before you even leave the house, please get these things checked. Get it checked. And also under this number 3 I just mentioned, these safety tips, we have also your driver's license, your valid and current driver's license. I think driver's license, I don't actually know the duration, but they have each ID, they have each expiring date, probably 5 years or so, and they have a particular category, like the category A, B, F, or E. In this category, they have the particular vehicle you can drive. You can't be having a driver's license for someone that can only be driving a sedan or a family car, and you are hopping into a pickup truck or even a lorry driving it. You are going to be having issues with the road safety authorities when you are caught up on the road with that. So to avoid that scenario, please kindly make sure these documents are in order. Your chassis number, your driver's license, every other registration document that you have for your vehicle that you'll be traveling with, please get them ready. I will also advise you to maybe make friends with a road safety official or a police officer to take you through these documents that they show on the road, so you get them ready before you even moving. Okay, an Igbo adage says that I will make the translation. That you are getting prepared for something doesn't mean you are free, but for you to avoid your journey being cut short. I've had one time experience when me and my dad was held somewhere around Onitsha for a whole 6 hours just because of one document that we don't have by the road safety officials. So I won't want that scenario for you. I want this Xmas to be very smooth. I want you to get to your destination on time with your family and spend the Xmas all in good spirit. So to avoid that, as a road user traveling in your own vehicle, get all these documents ready. Okay, so moving on to number 4, we have number 4 tip is roadworthiness document. Okay, so there is in Nigeria, I don't know if it's obtainable in another word, there is what you call roadworthiness, will I say, a document you get from road safety officials. Okay, road safety office. So you have to have also that document. If you are traveling by road, you have to that document certifies or says that your vehicle is in good shape, to ply the road. This is not just about your own safety, it's for the safety of other road users. I've seen instances where a car that is not in good condition hits the road and cause a very fatal accident, and this accident doesn't only take the life of the driver or the occupants of that vehicle, also take the life of another road user. Okay, so I keep on mentioning, I want you to celebrate this Xmas in good spirit and in one piece. Okay, so make sure for your own safety and also for the safety of occupants, make sure that your vehicle is in order by having us the roadworthiness document. It's not all about having that document. What that document actually means is that your car is in good condition to ply Nigerian road. Okay, so you are not just doing these things I'm mentioning now for yourself, for anybody or for the authorities. You are also doing that yourself, that favor. Okay, so to make sure that you get to your destination in one piece, and also your family are traveling with. Okay, so that leads us to number 5. Number 5 is have your tinted glass permit. Okay, so there has been this current trend in Nigeria that almost all private cars have tinted glasses, and I know my country, I know not almost all of them have the tinted glass permit. So in case if you don't know, if for any vehicle that comes with a tinted glass, you have to get a permit for it. It's a document, like they give you a document, you pay for it, and they give you a permit that says that you are permitted to use these tinted glasses. Tinted glasses are like black shaded glasses that you can hardly see someone inside from the outside, but the person inside can see you. You can see it right here. That's how tinted glasses look like. Okay, so for you to be plying Nigeria road with a car that has tinted glass, you have to have a permit for it, and you can't be leaving the road hoping that you won't meet any road authority like road safety or the custom officers or the police officers checking those documents. So to avoid stories that touch the heart, please go with your tinted glass permit. Okay, am I clear? So let's move on to the next tip. 6th tip for road users this Xmas season is, it might sound funny, but let me just say it: don't carry bag of rice while traveling, unless, quote me, unless you have a receipt that it shows that it's from Abakaliki, like Abakaliki rice or Nigerian made rice. The reason why I'm cautioning you on this is there has been recent border closure in Nigeria, and most especially that border closure was boiled down on the importation of rice. Like the federal government is very strict on the importation of rice. They don't want anything to do with imported rice. So, and people have been smuggling rice here and there under their dress, everywhere possible, under their clothing, under the seat of their vehicles. There has been a lot of smuggling of foreign rice in Nigeria. So you traveling with a bag of rice, I must tell you, it raises a suspicion to whatever authority that is checking you. I mean, if I'm the road authority, maybe a road safety official that opens your boot and first thing I see is bag of rice, my side could tell me maybe this is a smuggled rice, so I'm bound to stop you and check. So to avoid, and you all know I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. So many things go wrong why this road stop and search exercise is going on Nigerian roads. So many of them get ugly that even the drivers even get killed on the process. Okay, so to avoid that, you can go to where you are traveling. Once you have gotten to the location of where you are traveling to, if you are going to the east, you can go to the market and order the rice that you and your family will eat. Okay, I'm not saying you won't travel with the rice, but to be on the safer side, it's best that you drop whatever type of rice they are traveling with. Just leave it there. When you get to your destination, you buy the rice. Okay, don't get me wrong, you can travel with it, but I'm a Nigerian, and so I'm just telling you, it's just my honest review right now. So I'm just telling you that it will be safer and wiser, and to be on the safer side, make you not go, attract trouble for yourself. So just leave the bag of rice there, whether Abakaliki or foreign rice, leave it there. Whatever, I'm not saying foreign rice, sorry. Whether it's Abakaliki or any type of rice you have, just leave it. Don't carry it to your destination. When you get to your destination, you buy it. Okay. To be one of the tips for all road users this Xmas is get your fire extinguisher. Okay, it's not that expensive, at least for something that could be able to save your life and the life of your family, most especially those that are your occupants in your vehicle. Okay, it just costs 3,500 for 3 kg, I guess. So you just Google search buy fire extinguisher online and you see many vendors selling that. Okay, so don't fail to get a fire extinguisher in your car. Something might go wrong, your engine might decide to pack up or overheat, and your vehicle goes up in flames, and the only thing that will save you to quench the fire is your fire extinguisher. So don't end up with that regret that for something that costs less than 3,500 that you get to lose your car that worth millions. Okay, so just get it done. And you're not only getting it, road safety officials, they check this also. They check your seat belts, they check fire extinguishers too. So don't forget that if you can get the fire extinguisher, is not that expensive for someone that drives, and for someone that values the safety and the safety of yourself and your family, please get a fire extinguisher. 8, and which is the last tip of the day, is be polite to the road authority, be it the road safety, be it the customs, be it the police, the army. They are going to meet at a particular checkpoint while you are traveling by road. Please be polite to how you speak to them. This is going to guarantee partly your safety that will reach your destination. There has been so many ugly situations where an argument breaks out, maybe from the way the officer asks the question and the way the driver responds, and you have a fight break out, and the driver, most especially the driver, ends up getting shot and dead, most especially. So I wouldn't want that for you. So be polite. I know most times some of them tend to act up and act out of the jurisdiction of the law. That is not like they are trampling on your right, but we all know all that. Just keep on stating the facts, like say your mind, but in a polite manner. I know some of you are coming from America or any part of the world. Maybe you are traveling to the East for the first time and you want to, claim your rights or use the F words or those foul words like and all that. I don't want you to do that. Speak to them in a polite manner while you get your vehicles and your documents checked. Okay, that's why I mentioned all other tips earlier on, those documents that you need to get ready. Okay, so if you have all this, I don't think you'll be having any issue with them. So you all get what I mean. Okay, so I think if you speak to them in a polite way, in a joking manner, in a fun way, I think they will play along with you. Okay, so I wish you all Merry Christmas in advance as you travel back to your destination, your village or your family, to spend quality time with them this Xmas season. I wish you all the best and have fun. And I have only one Christmas wish. Let me remove my cap. I have only one wish from you for Christmas. If you watch to the end of this video and you are hearing me right now, please kindly hit that subscribe button. There's a red button right there. Hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification icon to get notifications whenever I publish a new video. And if you think this video appeals to you, that you found it very, very informative, just do one thing for me. Click on the like button, drop comments for me, give a thumbs up, and also say whatever you like, and also share it to all social media platforms as you wish. Okay, so this is me, Anthony, saying goodbye, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.